On a cold Saturday in November 1983, a gang of villains pulled off Britain's biggest ever robbery. They had gone to steal £1 million in cash from the Brink's-Mat warehouse near Heathrow Airport. But a frightened security guard could not remember the combinations to a locked vault. The frustrated crooks were about to give up and leave when they came across a stack of boxes in a strong room they had previously ignored. It was the luckiest find in criminal history. The boxes contained 3 tons of gold bullion worth £26 million, waiting to be shipped abroad. Soon after the heist, some of the gang from Bermondsey, South East London were caught, grassed up by a guard they had bribed to be their inside man, and jailed. But there was no sign of the mountain of stolen gold. To be able to sell the bullion, it would have to be melted down to disguise its origin. Police knew the gang would have contacts in the jewellery trade, particularly London's Hatton Garden district. At the time, there was a popular racket where criminals went to the Channel Islands to buy gold coins tax-free, then smuggle them into England to avoid customs duty. They were melted into ingots and exported with fake customs documents, which crooks used to fraudulently claim back the VAT. This is where Kenneth Noye came in, but he had more ambitious plans. In May 1984, he flew to Jersey and bought 11 gold bullion bars worth nearly £100,000 under the name K. Swan. Staff watched in amazement as he took them from the shop in carrier bags. He placed the bars in a safety deposit box near the shop. But shop staff had tipped off police about his unusual behaviour. Scotland Yard were told and Noye was trailed. Officers hunting the Brink's-Mat gold were quick to work out his scam. By buying the bullion, Noye had obtained receipts showing he now owned 11 gold bars. He was fencing melted down Brink's gold, buying it from a middleman, selling it on at a profit. If, during any transaction, anyone asked any awkward questions, Noye could produce the receipts to show the gold he was selling was legit. It was a perfect cover. By now, police were also watching a man called Brian Reeder, who was a regular visitor to Noye's home. Detectives ordered close surveillance on the house. It was during this operation on January 26, 1985, that PC John Fordham was stabbed to death by Noye in his garden. Noye was later cleared of his murder. The day after the policeman's death, officers combing the garden found 11 gold bars worth £100,000, hastily wrapped in a piece of cloth in a drainage trench. In a nearby shed, forensic experts discovered hundreds of particles of gold residue and the instruction manual for a gold smelting machine. Police never found the smelter, but were convinced that Noye had already processed up to £10 million of the Brink's-Mat haul by melting it down to disguise its origin. At the trial, Noye claimed the gold found at his home was not from the Brink's-Mat job, but from another smuggling operation. The jury didn't believe him and he was convicted of handling the Brink's-Mat gold and sentenced to 14 years. But this did not stop Noye pulling the strings within his criminal empire. He kept tabs on his expanding business and issued orders via a phone in the jail gym. His network of contacts were investing in major drug smuggling operations and frauds. In Kent's Swaleside jail, he made friends with Essex hardman Pat Tate and agreed to finance a deal to import ecstasy from Holland. Noye made £30,000 in profit. The friendship could have been the start of a powerful crime cartel, but after Tate's release, he was shot dead with 2 other men in Rettendon, Essex, for double-crossing other drug gangsters. Even as Noye was being prepared for release, police had a tip-off he was planning a drug smuggling enterprise with a friend. They trailed him on day releases, but their cover was blown by bent detective John Donald, who tipped off Noye.